And we're here at Fox City Stadium with new Timber Rattlers manager Matt Erickson. I guess it's not new, Matt. You've been the manager for a while, but about to enter in the first season. Butterflies at all? I mean, kind of take us through the emotion now compared to as we've talked, the past couple of months, knowing about the position.
There's not too many butterflies. I mean, we got into a routine in spring training. I got a chance to know the guys. We traveled, about half of the guys traveled to the Rising Stars game this weekend, which was a great experience for not only the kids but us as a staff. What a motivator for these young players, seeing that facility. And now we get down here, we get acclimated to the weather here in the next 3 days, and the organization of it, trying to get on the field to see what we can do there. We're a little bit limited at this time, but we'll prepare. We'll be ready to go on Thursday.
Well, take us through spring a little bit, too. Some of the things that you learned, as a new manager, and some of the things the players learned, because for a lot of these young men, it was their first spring coming into a major league organization as last year, either at college or high school. Sure.
We have a pretty good group. I mean, through the maturity level seems to be top-notch, so hopefully that continues through the season. We have a couple older guys mixed in with some younger guys like we've had the last couple years. And they've done a great job in spring of getting their work in and working hard and preparing. And obviously it's my job to make sure that continues throughout the season. And there'll be some challenges for them. Obviously, not many of them have gone through a full season, and it's a grind at times. It's not all peaches and cream, so to speak. There'll be some tough times for them, and how they adapt to that will depend on how they do this year.
Take us through development versus winning. I know that's every year that comes up. I know you answered the question before, but how do you balance that as a manager and, speak for the players that are out there too? And I know you're a former player yourself. How do you balance that as a player?
Well, there's no question. The health and the development of the players at this level is the number one goal. However, part of development is winning baseball games. And when they get to Milwaukee, I mean, that's the only real thing that matters. But we got to make sure that we take it step by step and make sure that the individual player, we're doing the right things for them at this time. And my job, I believe part of my job is to try to gel that together to produce wins on the field. And if you're a competitor whatsoever, which we all are, you want to develop and you want to win.
Do you draw from your experiences at all? I mean, have you shared stories with the guys or any of that yet? Are you one of those type of guys?
Yeah, I try not to run around every day and say I did this or this is what happened, because I think that can get old, obviously. But there's certain times when your experience or a story may help some of the younger players. But there's no substitute for experience for themselves. They have to go through it and learn from it. And we'll make mistakes, there's no question. I'll make mistakes, there's no question. And that's pretty much what I told them yesterday. Don't be fearful of making mistakes. We're going to play aggressive. We're going to make some mistakes. We're going to learn from those mistakes. And we're going to get better throughout the year.
Have you talked to Jeff at all through the offseason? Jeff Isom, former manager, has he given you any good advice?
Yeah, I've talked to him, the last couple years, and what would you do here if this happened, kind of thing, and he knew that this moment may come. If he were to move on, I may get the opportunity here. So I've bounced some things off him in the last couple years as certain situations arise. And it was nice to have him at spring training. We went to dinner quite a few times, and we saw each other at the field. A lot of the times in spring training, the high A-ball team and the low A-ball team work out together. So, yeah, and the last thing he said before we left spring training, he's like, give me a call anytime. So we have a great relationship, and I wish him all the best there in Brevard County.
Thursday night it all gets started. We looked at the weather. Right now it looks good. We got to all go knock on wood for that one compared to what happened last year. But I'm sure a lot of excitement to step on the field and see this whole thing come about, right?
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, all this stuff, the organization of the preparation before the games is necessary, but we can't wait to get out on the field and compete.
Matt, best of luck this year, and I know we'll see you out at the ballpark, all right?
Sounds great. Thanks.